Hello, this is Mel from Mesa, Arizona. I just cut this branch off. It's a branch of a Inga Edulis ice cream bean tree, and I had this pod on it doing an air layering. Air layering is where you bring the soil in a pod, and you can use a pod like this, a plastic pod. This one has dark on one side and then clear on the other side, so that way you can see the roots through the tree. And if you look right here, you can see that this has a lot of roots all the way around it growing. So now when I put it into this pot, it's got plenty of roots to keep the tree alive and keep it growing. So we're going to stick it into this pot here. Get a little bit deeper here. And just put it in there like that. And we'll put this stake in here beside it, just to give it a little bit more support because it's still like that, and we'll tie that up there. But you can see it's about a 2-foot tall tree right now. So it'll make a nice little tree. Now I'm going to water it in real good. An ice cream bean tree, I'm just going to show you here, has pods on it like this. It'll grow like bean pods. And those bean pods have like those little tiny rectangular with white, it's kind of like cotton in there, moist cotton. When inside of each one of those is a seed, and they sprout right away as long as you don't let them dry out. Those seeds will sprout pretty good. And when they melt in your mouth, they taste kind of like cotton candy when they're melting in your mouth. So I've got a gallon of water here that I'm going to pour in there, and I've put one vitamin C capsule in there, and I'm putting vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 helps with transplant shock, and the aspirin helps accelerate root growth. It's been in that pod with the soil there for about 2 months, a little over 2 months. Usually takes about 2 months for them to establish roots like that. And then we're just going to pour this water that has the vitamin B1 and the aspirin in there, and that'll help accelerate root growth and help with the transplant shock. But now we've got a whole nother tree that we can put in the ground and have another ice cream bean tree. The leaves are really pretty. They have like these little sections here in the middle, then it splits off and has 2 bigger leaves. Then it'll have another little leaf, and then it splits off and does that all the way through as it grows on the leaves. Now it did get a little bit of this brown on here is from the cold, because they don't like temperatures under 40 degrees, so it is better to cold protect them. I didn't actually cold protect this one with any blankets or anything like that, probably should have, but it made it through pretty good with those temperatures that were down in the mid-30s for about 4 days. Burned the tips of the leaves a little bit, but didn't do too bad, so it's doing really good. Now I have a whole nother tree that we can plant in the ground and grow. If you have any questions about the Inga Edulis tree, you can put them in the comments and ask about it. They are a bean tree, and your bean trees, most of them are what they call nitrogen fixing. So when you plant this in the ground, the roots actually put nitrogen into the ground. So the trees and plants around it will receive nitrogen from this tree growing near them. So that makes it really nice. But I haven't actually tasted the fruit for one of these yet. My other tree is about 6 foot tall, and so I'm hoping that probably this year or next year that I might get some pods off of it. And when the pods are green, when they start to turn yellow a little is when you break them open and you get those little cotton balls out there that are moist, and as they melt in your mouth they taste like vanilla ice cream. If you have any questions, again, put them in the comments. If you would like to learn about other tropical trees that can grow in a desert and climate like ours here in Maricopa County, Arizona, hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the bell, then it'll notify you when we're doing other videos of different things like this. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.